There are roads in America that locals refuse to drive after dark. Not because of crime, not because of animals, but because of something else entirely. Something that feels older than the pavement. Something that does not care who you are, or why you are out there, or what time you plan to be home. Tonight, we are going down 5 small-town roads where reality bends in quiet ways, where cars have been found empty, engines still running, doors open like someone left in a hurry, where travelers vanish, and where the few who make it back come back with the same look in their eyes, like they heard something they can't unhear. This is the faint whisper, and these are the roads you don't drive after midnight. Welcome back to the faint whisper. I'm your host, and tonight's episode is going to feel different. We're not talking about haunted houses or abandoned asylums. We're talking about the places in between. The forgotten stretches of asphalt and gravel that connect small towns to the outside world. These stories are told in a true feeling style, inspired by local warnings, late-night reports, and the kinds of details that show up in official notes, but never make it into headlines. Names and locations have been changed, but the fear stays the same. So turn off your lights, lock your doors, and whatever you do, don't plan any late-night drives while listening to this. Let's begin.
Channel 7 News, a driver, Marcus Patterson, is missing after traveling County Road 42 near Millbrook. His car was found on the shoulder.
County Road 42. Locals call it the Hollow Road. 12 miles of cracked asphalt cutting through Appalachian foothills. During the day, it's unremarkable. Dense forest on both sides. A creek running parallel for a few miles. The occasional farm gate, but at night, the Hollow Road changes. The first major report goes back to 2017. A couple driving home late called 911 just before midnight. The transcript spread locally because it read like a person calling from inside something that wasn't normal. The caller said there was something on the road. The dispatcher asked if it was an animal. The caller said no. It was standing in the middle of the road and it wouldn't move. Then she said, "It's looking at us." The dispatcher asked her to describe it. She said it was tall, 7 feet, maybe 8, and the headlights were right on it, but the light didn't touch it properly. Like the beams bent around it, like the darkness refused to let go. The dispatcher asked where they were. The caller tried to answer, and then her voice broke. She inhaled sharply and said, "Oh my God, it's moving toward us." Then she screamed, "It's walking toward the car. Drive, drive." And the call disconnected. Police arrived minutes later. They found the couple's car on the shoulder. Engine off, completely empty. No broken glass, no blood, no signs of a struggle. And the doors were locked from the inside. Inside the cabin, both front seats had been pushed all the way back, farther than most people would ever set them, as if someone very tall had been sitting there, or trying to. The couple was found hours later, walking along the road nearly 9 miles away, barefoot in late October. Their shoes were never found. When questioned, neither could remember what happened after the figure moved toward their car. One moment it was approaching. The next moment they were walking in the dark, miles away. But the detail that makes the Hollow Road feel wrong is what their phones showed. The 911 call was logged near midnight. The couple was found more than 3 hours later, but their location data showed only a 4-minute gap. One moment they were on County Road 42. 4 minutes later, they were 9 miles away on foot. Locals have a phrase for that road. They say, "The Hollow takes what the Hollow wants." Since then, there have been more incidents. Cars stalling at the same mile marker. Drivers claiming their GPS shows them in completely different states. One man swore he drove through a tunnel that does not exist. And then there are the disappearances. People who are never found. Not a body, not a bone, not a scrap of clothing. If you ever end up on County Road 42 after midnight, locals will tell you rules like prayers. Don't stop for anything. Don't look at anything standing along the shoulder. If your car stalls, stay inside until sunrise. And whatever you do, don't get out to investigate strange sounds, because the hollow doesn't just take people, it takes time. Now we head north to Minnesota. Whispering Pines Trail, official name on maps. Locals call it the Crying Road. Whispering Pines is a long stretch of gravel and dirt, winding through dense pine forest. In daylight, it's scenic. In winter, it's a shortcut. But at night, especially between 11 and 3, drivers report the same thing. A child crying, not outside the car, inside it, from the back seat. In 2009, a woman named Jennifer Caldwell recorded what happened to her. She was driving alone near midnight in January. About halfway down the trail, she heard it, a soft, exhausted cry. Like a child who had been crying for a long time and was too tired to be loud. She pulled over and turned on the interior light. The back seat was empty, but the crying continued. She called 911 and stayed on the line until a trooper arrived. The dispatcher could hear the crying over the phone. When the trooper opened her door, the crying stopped instantly. He searched the car. Nothing. He searched the woods. Nothing. Jennifer was unharmed, but shaken. She sold the car 2 weeks later and refused to drive that road again. Over the years, dozens have reported the same phenomenon. Often in winter, often when the driver is alone. Sometimes it changes. Some people hear laughter instead of crying. Some people hear whispering. One man reported hearing his dead mother say his name, but the crying child is the most common. Locals connect it to an old crash from the early 1970s. A family went off the road in a blizzard. The youngest child survived for hours before hypothermia took him. They say the road remembers. But here is the detail that breaks the simple explanation. That crash happened near a specific mile marker, and the crying has been reported along the entire length of the road. So if you hear it, locals say this: keep driving, don't acknowledge it, don't check the back seat, don't pull over, and don't speak to it like it can hear you. Because some drivers say, if you comfort the child, the crying follows you home. Now we go south into the Ozarks. State Route 327. Narrow, winding mountain road. Locals call one section Deadman's Curve. At mile marker 19, there's a sharp turn that comes too fast after a straight section. Guardrails, warning signs. A place with a long history of fatal crashes. But the legend isn't the accidents. It's what happens before them. Drivers report seeing a wrecked car on the inside of the curve. Fresh smoke, twisted metal, a scene that makes you stop. They pull over to help. The car is empty. Then they drive on, look back, and it's gone. Some say they see the crash happen right in front of them. Headlights spinning, metal screaming, glass shattering. Then they stop, and there is nothing. No debris, no skid marks, no broken branches, no evidence, like a recording projected onto the present. And there's another detail people mention in lower voices. Some drivers who see the phantom crash later notice damage on their own vehicles. A dent that wasn't there, a crack in the windshield, scratches along the passenger side, as if they were in an accident they don't remember. One woman found a handprint on the inside of her passenger window, pressed against the glass from the inside, like someone was trapped and pushing to get out. She lived alone. Locals say if you see the crash at Deadman's Curve, don't stop, don't slow down, don't stare, because the moment you acknowledge it, you become part of its loop, and you might not make it through the curve the same person you were when you entered. Now we go west into Nevada high desert. County Maintenance Road 7B. Locals call it the Bloodless Mile. It is exactly 1 mile long, straight, flat. cutting through sagebrush and emptiness, and animals won't cross it. No tracks, no prints, no roadkill, no scattered feathers, nothing. In the early 2000s, cameras captured animals approaching the edge, then stopping abruptly, pacing along the border like there was an invisible wall. Birds flying over but never landing. Tess found nothing unusual in the soil, nothing in the air, no obvious explanation. Then came the human reports. A rancher drove it near midnight. His truck sputtered, headlights dimmed, radio filled with static. Then the engine died and rolled to a stop. He checked the ignition. Nothing. He got out, walked to the hood, and checked what he could. He got back in. The truck started immediately. He reached the highway and checked the time. More than 3 hours had passed. He had no memory of it. The stop felt like 10 minutes. The next day, he returned and found his tire tracks sunk slightly in the dust, like the truck sat there for a long time. But there were no footprints around the vehicle, none at the hood, none at the door, as if he never left the truck. Others reported the same pattern. Always at night, always between midnight and 4. Vehicle trouble, a stop, then missing time. Some report a low hum in the air. Some report lights moving in the sky. Some report a feeling of being watched in a place where you can see for miles. Locals don't debate what it is. They just avoid it. They say there's a reason nothing with blood in its veins will cross that road after sunset. Animals know better than us when a place is wrong. Our final road is in Louisiana bayou country. 8 miles of blacktop winding through swamp water and cypress trees. Echo Lane. It got its name because sound carries over still water. If you honk, it bounces back, repeats, echoes. Then the echo started sounding like something else. In the late 1980s, a teenager named Claire drove home near midnight. Halfway down Echo Lane, she heard a rhythmic thumping like a flat tire. She pulled over. Tire's fine. She got back in. The noise stopped. Then it started again. Only this time she realized it wasn't coming from her car. It was coming from behind her. In the faint red glow of her tail lights, she saw something moving down the road toward her. Not quite walking, not quite crawling. A shape darker than the night around it. The thumping was its movement on the pavement. Heavy, deliberate, closing distance. Claire floored it. And when she checked the mirror again, it was keeping pace. Not falling behind, not gaining the way a car would, matching her. She reached the highway and didn't stop until she hit bright lights at a gas station. Her father came to get her. She refused to go back even with him driving. The next morning, they retrieved her car from where she left it. That's when they noticed something wrong. The trunk was dented from the inside, as if something inside the trunk had pushed outward. Over the years, others reported the same chase. Some heard thumping. Some heard scratching like fingernails on metal. One man swore he heard breathing behind his head, even though he was alone. And then there are the recordings. A group recorded audio along Echo Lane overnight. In person, they heard almost nothing but insects and swamp wind. On playback, voices appeared, dozens of them, overlapping, pleading, repeating the same lines again and again. Help me. I'm here. Don't leave me. Locals say that's because Echo Lane doesn't always give you the haunting in real time. It gives it to you after. It gives you the echo. And the worst stories are the ones that end like the first road. A car found on the shoulder, engine running, headlights on, driver door open, phone on the seat, wallet in the console. No sign of the person who was driving. They searched the bayou. Dogs refused to cross a certain point. Boats dragged nets. Drones scanned the water. Sometimes they find the person miles away, confused, disoriented, with missing hours. Sometimes they find nothing at all. Locals say Echo Lane doesn't only echo sound, it echoes people. So if you find yourself there after midnight, locals will tell you this: don't honk, don't record, don't stop, don't open your trunk. Don't check your mirror more than you have to, because if something starts following you, it doesn't want your car. It wants you to slow down enough to hear it. 5 roads. The Hollow Road, where time slips and people return barefoot with missing hours. Whispering Pines Trail, where a child cries from the back seat of an empty car. Deadman's Curve, where a crash replays itself, and some drivers discover damage they don't remember earning. The Bloodless Mile, where animals refuse to cross, and nights vanish between one heartbeat and the next. Echo Lane, where the swamp returns the sound of your horn, and sometimes returns something else. If there is one rule that connects all 5, it's this. Don't stop after midnight. Don't step out. Don't investigate. Don't try to be brave, because some places don't need to chase you. They just need you to pause long enough for them to reach you. This is the Faint Whisper. If you want more true-feeling backroad and wilderness mysteries, subscribe and listen carefully, because sometimes what you hear isn't really there. Disclaimer. The Faint Whisper shares fictional horror and mystery stories, told in a true-feeling style for entertainment. These narratives are not presented as verified real events, and any resemblance to real people, places, or incidents is coincidental. Some visuals on this channel are created using AI generation tools. Viewer discretion is advised.